Hello everyone, this is Nachrutman Peter. Today I have an interesting story about William Shakespeare's life, a genius from Stratford. It was written by Robert Anderson. William Shakespeare is the most famous writer in the world, but he has left us no journals or letters. He left us only his poems and his plays. What we know about William Shakespeare's personal life comes mostly from church and legal documents, a baptismal registration, a marriage license, and records of real estate transactions. We also have a few remarks that others wrote about him during his lifetime. We know that William was born the third of 8 children around April 23rd, 1564 in Stratford, a market town about 100 miles northwest of London. His father John was a shopkeeper and a man of some importance in Stratford, serving at various times as Justice of the Peace and High Bailiff Mayor. William attended grammar school where he studied Latin grammar, Latin literature, and rhetoric, the use of language. As far as we know, he had no further formal education. At the age of 18, he married Anne Hathaway, who was 80 years older than he was. Sometimes, after the birth of their second and third children, twins, Shakespeare moved to London, apparently leaving his family in Stratford. We know that several years later, by 1592, Shakespeare had already become an actor and a playwright. By 1594, he was a charter member of the theatrical company called Lord Chamberlain's Men, which was later to become the King's Men. As the names of these acting companies indicate, theatrical groups depend on the support of the wealthy patron, the King's Men, well supported by King James himself. Shakespeare worked with this company for the rest of his writing life. Year after year, he provided with plays almost on demand. Shakespeare was the ultimate professional writer. He had a theater that needed plays, actors who needed parts, and a family that needed to be fed. Romeo and Juliet was probably among the early plays that Shakespeare wrote between 1594 and 1596. By 1612, when he returned to Stratford to live the life of a prosperous retired gentleman, Shakespeare had written 37 plays, including such masterpieces as Julius Caesar, Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and Macbeth. Shakespeare's plays are still produced all over the world. During a Broadway season in the 1980s, one critic estimated that if Shakespeare were alive, he would be receiving $25,000 US dollars a week in royalties for the production of Othello alone. The play was attracting larger audiences than any other non-musical production in town. Shakespeare died on April 23rd, 1616, at the age of 52. He is buried under the old stone floor in the chancel of Holy Trinity Church in Stratford. Carved over his grave is the following verse. The spelling is modernized. Good friend, for Jesus' sake forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones. These are hardly the best of Shakespeare's lines. If indeed they are his at all, but like his other lines, they seem to have worked. His bones lie undisturbed to this day. Thank you so much.